Wanna move my feet, wanna drink my wine. Wanna move my feet, wanna drink my wine. Wanna move my feet, wanna drink my wine. Wanna move my feet, wanna drink my wine.
I don't want to drink my wine though. I want to drink my lemon water, baby. Get it going every time. I don't care if it's late. I don't care if it's early. I don't care if it's late. I don't care what time it is. Let's get that lemon water up. Let me get that voice up. Sorry about that. Shari. Let's take a big sip of the lemon water. Let's get it going. Shout out to everybody here on the super awesome Saturday night live stream, baby. As we kick it to you, the best, the greatest crew in all of cryptocurrency, the cryptolifers, baby. Shout out to each and every one of you. Yeah! Feels good to be alive. Today was one of the most beautiful days of my entire life. I'm going to go over why. We're going to talk about it. We're going to break it down. You're going to be a part of it. I'm going to be a part of it. Together, we're going to end the night 8 to 10. Make it beautiful. Shout out to each and every one of you jumping on in. Thank you for sharing your most precious asset with the cryptolifer as we take you through the cryptosphere and we fly through the clouds of crypto. Hope you had a big sip. Hope you're feeling good. Hope you're relaxed. Hope you're ready from a bombardment of information. Ready to get hit. Ready to just bring it on. Bring it on, baby. Bring it on. I'm ready. Are you ready? I can handle it. Bring on the super chats. Bring on the trolls. Bring on whatever comes our way. Bring on the beautiful people. Bring on the beautiful faces. Bring on the beautiful love. Bring on the super chats. Bring it all on. You never know what's going to come at me on a Saturday night, and that's why I venture into the internet every single day. Shout out to each and every one of you. Thank you for venturing with me into the internet every single day. I really appreciate it. Welcome. Here we are. Welcome to my home where I live for 2 hours a day, every single day for over 590 days, like some type of show freak. No, seriously, my streak is freakish. I have a freakish streak. I am the freak streak. I am the streak freak. That's what it is. The man who has not missed a day since February of 2021 area, consistently live streaming every single day. I would like to have someone go through it all, sit by themselves one day and find the day that I missed the streak, because I didn't, or the day when I began to stream, because there was a day I started and I have not stopped ever since. And I don't know when it was, but I just know it's been over a year that I've never missed, somewhat over a year and a half, something 500 somewhat. This is show number 589. Some days I did do 2 shows at once. So it's got to be over 500 and something, 50, 60, 70 days. It's insane. Good evening, Lifer. Shout out to everybody here on the lives. Not the trench coat kind of steak freak, though. Yo, Lifer, much love. Shout out to Steve Moody. How you feeling moody today, Steve? How's it? He probably gets it all the time. All right. Like Paul Moody. You know what I'm saying? Let's take a look at the market, though. Algo up 1.2%. Band trying to get back in the game at 132. Basic attention token holding 33 cents. Bitcoin Diamond. The guy was so tight, put a diamond, and it became a coal in his hand. It became a diamond. Bitcoin Cash. Doing nothing. 12,000 people are buying and selling Millix. Chainlink's price analysis. Link spikes towards $7 after successive bull streak. Link has been hot. Interesting. Shout out to CELR and the ones just starting work. Shout out to Tori and everybody jumping on into their work session maybe tonight or tomorrow or whatever it is in your neck of the woods. Let's break down Bitcoin for you. Let's get it moving. Shout out to each and every one of you for being here. Let's get our collective thoughts in gear. If you are watching the stream from this morning, bang, 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 we talked about a likely break to the downside. I said I am not bullish on Bitcoin. I have to remain bearish as I left the stream. My measured move was an idea of this inverted cup and handle to the downside. Somewhere here at 19,610. We went to 19,659.61. We were off by about $50 on the measured move of this inverted cup and handy. And let me flip it back upside down. I mean, that's a cup and handy to the upside. Samuel, cup and handle, double bottom, but we would break this double bottom and make a lower low, Bitcoin low, lower high, lower low, lower high. Bitcoin must put in a higher high above my green box to remain bullish. So if we don't see Bitcoin above the green box, you can kiss its Booty, goodbye for a little while. Not forever, but for a little while. Killed it the past 2 days, made a whole month's salary. Thanks to Sam and all the lifers for the education. Let's go. Shout out to my man making month's salary in a couple days. Shout out to the Crypto Rambler for the $5 super chat. Much respect to you and yours. Thank you. May it rain on me. May it rain on you. May it rain on every single lifer who puts in the work, who puts in the effort, who does the 3 Ds every single day, who has the desire to change their life, who has the dedication to go every single day back and forth, who has the discipline to do it on days when it's not that easy, when you don't 100% feel it, and have the determination to keep going no matter how hard it gets, no matter how many times you get failed, or how many times you fall on your face. You continue to get up. You do not take no for an answer. If you're that person, if you're ready to go, if you have perseverance in your blood, then you are a lifer. And I want to see you in my trading group, or at least see you on the trading floor, or at least see you out here on the live stream every single day, baby. Shout out to each and every one of you for coming on in. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. So Bitcoin got a bounce off of the low oversold 1 hour time frame. All right. It's back at 19,842 yet again. But we must get a candle to close on the daily above 20,000. Daily got a little bit of a bounce here, but to me, it's still looking quite bearish. We're going to talk about the bigger time frames in a second, so hold your horses. We don't need to even get there right now. It wouldn't even look neat. Let's look nice and clean here at this falling wedge. We're going to take away the inverted cup and handle because it's played out. It's over. And when things happen, they happen. But shout out to anyone that watched who here watched the beginning stream this morning and had never seen the cryptolifer, and you came back to watch the stream right now. Is anybody here watching the stream who watched the beginning stream and they're coming back today to learn? I just bought my daughter a new pair of professional skates for the tournament. Thanks to you, Samuel. Cup and handle. Shout out to Crypto Doc. Much respect to you and yours, man. Thanks to you. You did it yourself, man. I helped you. I may have educated you, taught you a thing or two, but you did it. You pushed yourself to the limit. Lifer's Library is outstanding. Thanks for your enthusiasm. Shout out to Dennis. You're the man, dude. Back, baby, back. Shout out to everybody here, man. Okay, I did D-Club NFT. I did Justin Burdick. Awesome. Trevor TVA. Nice. How many new people do we have on the stream? And can we get the likes up to the watchers? Everyone, we usually have 5, 6, 7, 1,000 people watching. Don't make Saturday night a dismal night. Make it a hot banana night. Let's go all the way. A hot banana, a hot fudge Sunday, whatever you want to call it. Let's go all the way, baby. Hit that like button. It doesn't, another thing. We've heard this happen before. They come down. This is the mouse, let's say, and they come to click on the mouse. Can we get a close-up of this, Jimmy? Let's get a close-up of this. I think it's needed. So they come to click on the mouse, right? And they injure their finger as they hit the like button. So what we did is we made these little finger splints, and we have little mini ice packs for your finger. So if you injure yourself hitting the like button, do not worry. We will get you an ice pack. We got someone on call. Just reach out to the lifers. We'll send you an ice pack. And if it gets worse, we'll send you the splint. We'll get you recovered up and early, ready to go. So it's okay. If you happen to injure your finger while hitting the like button, please just know we have people standing by. You'll be okay. All right. Everything we're going to make it through this together. We're going to make it through this together. Please don't take this seriously. That is a complete joke. If you really do injure your finger and you think you're going to do something to me about it, you need to get a life. You know what I'm saying, though? So look, Bitcoin pumping nicely on the move here. But again, just playing games with the same levels over and over again. I call this Sid's way. Sid is a good dude. He hangs out when Bitcoin likes to do nothing. He likes it sideways. So we call it going Sid's way is just, hey, going sideways for BTC. All right. We do see a little bit of a breakout now, possibly here out of this falling wedge channel to the upside, which ain't bad. Kind of see the 4-hour attempting to break out of this now in a way, which is interesting. 4-hour does have legs all of a sudden, wanting to point back to the upside. Nice bounce off of the bottom trend line. Okay. And you're trying to make a bit of a move here on the 4-hour time frame. So can we get a candle to close in the 4-hour above 20K? At that point, maybe I would take Bitcoin somewhat seriously. Until then, I must remain bearish. You know what I mean? Bitcoin has to show me something different One thing I'm projecting already, getting ready to build here, is a bit of a shoulder, head and a shoulder here for BTC on this beautiful Saturday night. Shout out to everybody here on a Saturday night. Give yourself a clap for showing up. Give yourself a hand for getting educated on a Saturday night. Most people are drinking, doing something freaky. You're here doing something freaky with the charts, with the freak man, the streak freak. So shout out to each and every one of you for being here. Love you all. If you spit your coffee out or your drink out of your mouth right now because I made you laugh, I hope I did. There's more jokes coming at you. So, you know, that's the thing. They said you can be late as long as the joke is funny. You know what I mean? You tell me, though. That's completely up to you guys. So I can't, you know, we can't hold anybody to that, you know. The streak freak. Yeah, man. It's like he knows me. Shout out to Gina Bombina. Spilled the lemon water. I.e. doing something freaky in the charts with the freak man. The streak freak, because I had so many streaks that it's like a freak of nature. So it's the streak freak, not what you're you guys got to get your heads out of. Man, every time I say something, you guys take it, you know, I'm a good Catholic man, a good Catholic Irish boy, raised in the streets of West Roxbury. I use my mouth for goodness and blessings and to just wish mothers a wonderful night and a good evening and to walk old ladies across the street. So look, possible inverted head and shoulder being formed here, likely getting a rejection, in my humble opinion, on the 1 hour by this resistance that we are unable to get above for a while. Now, resistance at 19,850, 800 area, okay? Bitcoin consolidating to see the move on Tuesday. Man, this is too good. Shout out to Grace Protocol. Appreciate you, Grace. Kurdistan in the building. Yadik 3 Sabah. I don't know what he's saying. It's scaring me, though. Sammy, Kiss of Death for the S&P. It may be. We're going to take a look at the ES12 as well. Thank you for bringing that up, my friend. The one night that we may be able to leave the clutches of the Dow. Saturday night. Kiss of Death for the S&P. Yikes. I'll tell you what, right now, we got is a bit of a double bottom, and we didn't break back inside of this trend line. Honestly, there's no kiss of death unless you saw something I didn't. This bounce just has to occur. Like, we have to get this bounce. Make a bit of a W double bottom here and move our way to the upside. If we do not, trouble brews. 1 hour is oversold, says we'll get a bounce. 4 hours says no, we have more room to come down on you and bang, bang, bang on your face. So, we break this level, we will end up with a fast dump to 3764. This will take Bitcoin somewhere into the 18,005, 18,300 area, in my humble opinion. You do the math by the ratio. Everybody, I'm going to ask one more time, can we get the likes up to the watchers? My name is Sam, and I would greatly appreciate it. What's your name? Nice to meet you. Thanks for coming on in. Appreciate it. You know, if I came into your house, I would wipe my shoes, say hello, and I would eat the food. You know what I'm saying? So sit down at my table. I'm going to pull the chair out, sit down, hit the like button, and have some soup. But one day, seriously, come into my house, have the respect, hit that like button. I love you. Love me back. And honestly, no, seriously, the like button helps someone find the stream. Then they get educated to find these patterns. Find out how to correlate the S&P to the Dow. Find out how to know what the U.S. tether dominance is. They find out what Fibonacci's are. They find out what support and resistance are. They find out how to get educated in cryptocurrency and technical analysis that they can use for the rest of their lives around the world on any single asset needed. So please help me spread the good word, baby. Be a part of the good word. You can be a part of the bad word, a part of the good word. I'm not showing a Bybit link on you, right? You got to give me credit for that. I don't take 5 minutes and say, hey, by the way, if you want to trade Bybit and get a 4,000 bonus link, just come on down here. There's a link right down there. And if you get liquidated, thanks for all the commissions. Appreciate it. Now let's get back to TA because I really care about you. I'm going to tell you how much I love my subscribers. But again, go to the Bybit link though, please. It's right there. And I'm going to say it on every video that you see me on. Every single time. Sorry, I had to do that. All right, everybody. So, appreciate everyone for jumping on in. Shout out to the Blue Crew. Appreciate each and every one of my Blue Shout out to Love Learning, DJ Porter Rock, Gina Barbina, East Jordan, holding it down. Thank you so much, East Jordan. I love you, bro, with all my heart. Appreciate you. Just want you to know that. CNC Ireland and DJ Porter Rock. DJ Porter Rock. And Bartholomew J. Smurfington. Hi, and welcome to Movie Found. Please press the 3 letters of the movie you would like to see now. You have selected CNC Ireland. Shout out to everybody here on the live stream. Grace Protocol back in the game, banging on them with the wrench, throwing it at you. Shout out to all my lovers of life. Shout out to each and every Stack McChange holding it down. I almost choked on my sandwich. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Long that like button, NFA. Shout out to Abdominal Rain Man Spaghetti Ragnetti with the $2 Super Chatata. Thank you so much for the love, man. Shout out to Club NFT. Shout out to Trevor TVA. Shout out to everybody here on a Saturday night. Let me just stop yapping and get to brass tacks. But look, we must get some type of bounce here on the 1 hour that flips that 4 hour, that gets above resistance. The S&P is having trouble in Paradiso. Can we get above the POC? Can we get above these two zones? If we don't get a bounce to the downside, and that, unless we get uncorrelated by the hand of God somehow, and Bitcoin and the S&P somehow split ways, you know, because anything could happen. We don't know. But until then, we got to take it that it's not happening, you know, and they are correlated. Okay. So look, inside of here, I see two things. Now, this happened the other day. We were overbought on all the oscillators, but we had found, remember, the 1 hour was overbought, but we had found an inverted, and we were like, well, there's the measured move. So we see, look, do you see it here? I'll pull this one away so it's easier to see, but that's another inverted head and shoulder right there. Shoulder, head, and shoulder with a measured move to about 20,000 even, Steven Peven. All right? Don't laugh, all right? I'm trying to be serious here. So look, the idea here is that the 15-minute is overbought, all right? And it doesn't seem to have the movement. It wants to come on down to the downside here, and it's overbought. You're unable to get above resistance. We need to break this area at least. 19,800 area. We need a candle to close. All right, let's take a look at the 1 hour. What I want you to do here, I want you to follow along. I want you to right-click your trading view. I want you to count down to bar close. I clicked it off. I'm going to click that back on to make sure it's on with a check next to it. It's going to tell me when these bars are going to close. No, not at 1 a.m., not at 2 a.m., not at 3 a.m. Get your head out of the buys, bro. Get your head into these buys. And that's the funny thing too, right? Leave the bar and head into this bar. I should make a shirt about like how we don't do the bar, you know? We wait for the bar to close, not what you're thinking. And that's funny because I never thought about that. Countdown to bar close. So many people are like, and it's 1, and it's 2, last shot of the night. I remember when I was in college, right? Countdown to bar close, pretty interesting. I never thought about it. The double meaning there. Double entendre. So look, that's not a double entendre, but you know what I mean. Triple us. Look, 22 minutes left for the 1 hour candle to close. We need that candle to close somewhere up in here. If it doesn't, if it closes down here, I mean, it's weak sauce, baby. Weak sauce. Also, you got to get this 4 hour candle to close too, but we're going to take a look at that in a second. So smaller time frame action. We're overbought on the 1 hour and the 15, and we couldn't get above resistance. So we did breach this trend line, and we got up a little bit. There's a little bit of love in the air for BTC, but again, we could also call it like, you can also call it a bigger trend line, maybe say you never broke this bigger one, but diagonal support. To me, it's a break. It's a breach though. Could just be a complete fake out. So right now, to find out where Bitcoin's going to go, you want to make sure, you want to see this rejection here to the downside. Another thing that I want to break down, if I can remove here and here, is rising wedges break to the downside, right? And that's a bit of a rising wedge. See it? That would make this right shoulder, so this would make sense for this bigger channel. All right? And not every inverted has to play out. I'm just, 32% of the time they will dump on you. All right? But they could be inducing longs. 7 minute pushing down. 5-minute, all the time frames are showing that they didn't want to get above the zone. So I remove the head and shoulders for now. I feel like they're messy. Okay. And so this is what you're looking at. A rising wedge that's likely to break to the downside to the measured move of where it usually began for a possible double bottom at 19,694 in my humble of opinions. All right. You can see that my favorite indicator, the stochastics, is overbought on the 15, the 7, and the 1 hour time frame. Anything is possible at any given moment, right? Right now we're going to watch the 15-minute, see if it breaks to the downside. And we could get a short squeeze. That's why we're going to look at BOOKMAP. And this is my BOOKMAP music, baby. Let's get into the BOOKMAP sessions. Shout out to everybody. Can I get a like for BOOKMAP, baby? Can I get a like for the stream on Saturday night, baby? Can I get a like for the music? Can you get up out of your seat for a split second? Get ready to move, baby. Let's do it. Let's let the beat drop, baby. Shout out to each and every one of you coming on into the live. Come on, it's Saturday night. And I know it sounds like DJ time, but why not? Let's make it fun. Let's make it interesting. We're going to go over so many other coins. We're going to look at Bitcoin. We're going to look at some gains. We're going to break it down. Shout out to each and every one of you for jumping on into the live, baby. Let's go, baby. Let's get motivated. We're living the greatest lives ever. We're going to become crypto multimillionaires. We're doing what we do. I was in a trading group just like you are, and I ended up just right here. I got even more streams, even more effort, even more. We got so much coming at you. If I did it with what I had, you can do it with what I'm giving. I'm telling you right now, guaranteed, baby. I can't wait to see. Guaranteed that the sun will come up tomorrow morning, and you will feel absolutely amazing if you listen to your heart and go after what you love. So follow your passions in life every single time. Every single time. So look, this is BOOKMAP showing us where the liquidity lies. Right now, we're going to have to let it load up. It's light right now. Let's let it kind of bring in some data. Seeing some sells here at 19,005 would coincide with my idea too of a lower liquidity zone. Same thing as earlier today. Rejection by 19,880. Not able to get up to the zone. Red candle at rejection. Likely we're starting to make a move to the downside. So why is it pulling teeth on the likes today? We got a different group of people on the live stream. The likers, I guess I'm just not going to bring it up again. But if you keep hitting the like button, you're going to get to 600, 700, 800 people here. You're going to blow the stream up. The stream's going to get fun, interesting, more comments, more likes. You never know. It gets fun. It just something else happens. Something different occurs. Someone might bring up a coin. You're going to pull more people in by that algorithm. And then if you pull more people in, it's like having a bigger dance party, right? Like right now. And so let's make it fun. Let's make it interesting. I'm going at all these different angles to make it interesting to hit that like button because there's so many awesome ways to do it. And I'm telling you right now. So look, I called a short, didn't I? I said I don't like this price action. You know what I mean? You're not getting above the zone. If a candle doesn't close above 20,000, about 19,800 on the 4-hour candle, then you might as well kiss it goodbye. Lack of liquidity here as we begin to dump on the 15-minute to the downside. And that's just getting started. Likely a pretty hefty dump is on the board here, in my humble opinion. All right. I was looking at this earlier. The 1 hour does look scrumptious. Bitcoin could take it to the downside. ENS has been cooking against, with the news with Ethereum and the proof of stake. So it's just interesting. Been on the radar. It is very risky as it's continuing to go to the upside. 1 hour is pointing kind of down here. 15-minute also. And Bitcoin dumps. This probably will begin to dump right down out of it. But, it's been on my radar for the last few days. You can even see right here it's in a bit of a channel. So it's just on my radar. It's getting tight. No guarantees. We have to wait out what Bitcoin does right now. Short is highly more likely, in my humble opinion. But also the 4 hour is looking pretty bullish for Bitcoin too. So this could be a short-lived dump. And we just want to see what level that we hit, Want to see what level that we hit. We could stay in this pattern. You never know. Let's see what happens with support and resistance. Stochastics say it's more likely we dump to the downside, but anything is possible at any given moment in time. You have to remember that. All your oscillators are giving you a highly likely, probability. That's all. Trying to see if this little flag will break to the upside for a little bit of gains. just not, to me, it's just really not worth it. 3% gains. It's pretty weak, you know. Let me look at it again. You could say like this was it. It fell out, fell back in. Now it's been on this pattern. This would be the 3S token. Excuse me while I just stay in heavy focus mode and deep thought. Apologize for that, but that's just kind of how I hone in. All right. Top of the channel, top of the channel. Do we come back down? 4 hours says yes. See? 4 hours says watch the short. May pump up, but really likely to come back down to the channel. All right. Most likely. It's interesting. Then the short might be ripe and ready. Look at the daily. The daily's getting more ready for the short. So, you know, come back up. Then we'll have a nice pattern on this on the daily. Daily looks pretty nice. It's interesting. The daily doesn't look too good for. We're going to talk about Bitcoin on the bigger time frames. So this would be a Bitcoin short. I'm just showing you because I'm showing you Bitcoin's looks like it wants to dump. Does this bearishly retest this wedge? This is interesting. If you include it, you kind of have to leave the rest of the bottom of the channel. See that? Short double bottom, kind of like Bitcoin double top. See? Okay. What did I just do there? Alt-I, flipping the chart upside down and back and forth. Give you a little bit of an insight into the charts. All right. This is Labor Day weekend too. So we're fighting everybody that's out with their family and friends last weekend of the summer. So that's another reason, like most people, I forgot, we're fighting a very tough time for just the internet in general. Most people should be outside with their family and friends doing something fun tonight. Not streaming like I am, but my wife put my kids to bed, right? Or is putting the kids to bed even as we speak. So, you know. So that's a measured move if Bitcoin can wiggle its way out. I'm not, you know, there's no real thought that it can. It just, you know, thoughts up on a balcony, you know what I mean? Likely that we're making this ugly giant M pattern here. Which has a measured move somewhere into these regions. You have to remember, we're also battling, let me show you this point of control, right? Get rid of these old double bottom shots. And you're also looking for a divergence now. You got it slight. I mean, swing down to the downside. You get a bit of a flat action. You know, it's not perfect. I'm a stochastics RSI guy. You know, eventually, you know what I say? You could use 100 indicators, but eventually you got to pick one that you like the most or that you go by. I'm a divergence guy. I'm an indicator guy. You know what I mean? Honestly, there's a little bit of bearish divergence here on the stochastics RSI because that's a sharper swing up than that, even though that matches a little bit too. But the RSI shows it, the Stokes show a little bit of bearish divvy. I'm bearish on the whole move. You didn't get above previous resistance that you needed to get above numerous times, you know? Now they could just be inducing shorts now and they're going to pump this inverted head and shoulder to the upside. That measured move of the shoulder, head, and the shoulder would take us to 20,000. And really, that would be nothing. You know what I mean? So the only good thing we have is we're beginning to breach this resistance. However, we did it before and gave it all back. So, all right. So right now I am bearish on Bitcoin, likely to dump to the downside to about 19,690, 696 area. All right. And that's my call right now for BTC. All right. I'm calling a short. I could be 100% wrong. Don't do anything a YouTuber ever does or says. This is for entertainment purposes only. Education, talking about technical analysis. Get yourself a financial advisor. I will never ever trade for you. If anyone ever does that, please reach out to me. Let me know who they are, saying that they're me, that they would trade for you. There's scammers and there's weird people out there. I would never do such a thing. I trade for myself. You trade for yourself. Together, we can, you could be in my trading group. We talk about trades. We talk about our techniques. We talk about all different ideas. You can shed some light on my life. I shed some light on your life. It's a beautiful thing. There's a bunch of other traders in there. All right. And honestly, the real reason that I think that I have the trading group, it's a school. Trading group is a school. It's a university. It's a place for you to get your diploma in technical analysis. So jump on in. Right now, you can even just watch the boot camp for free. So join in the link below, please, as soon as you can. And it's free. And I have free videos in there that will teach you the beginnings that you need to know just to get you started at the very beginning. And then from there, we can continue to help you grow and learn every single day of the week. And we're here every day of the week. We don't take days off. We love you. We support you. And we know it's very serious. So I want you to change your life. Shout out to the Lawn Shark. Shout out to everybody here. Appreciate each and every one of you for jumping on in. Dang, Sam calls are pretty dang accurate. Go watch the replays. Thank you so much. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. And one thing I want to talk about is ERG. All right, ERG, USDT. I put out this coin just the other day. I may even talked about it on the live stream, And why did I talk about it? Let's go back in time. All right. Free education. Here we go. Free education. Students go wild. They love it. The crowd loves it. The free edge. The free education. Get your education on every single day here on the live without days off. So look, take a big sip of lemon water. Let's get into brass tacks over here. Why would this trade appeal to me using the replay tool? If you're a lifer and you're in the trading group and you're taking it seriously, this trade would appeal to you because, one, the moving averages are super tight and close together on the 1 hour time frame. Number two, the MACD is showing a bit of a curl to the upside, showing signs of life. Bang, bang, bang. Number three, all right, on top of everything, you can also put this. This is a tinier channel here inside of here. Look, that's another one right there ready to break. Okay, so you have two bullish patterns, one inside of the other. Confluence, combined influence. Number four, this is moving to the upside. If you were to put this inside a similar type of falling wedge pattern, you can see it is breaking out of the pattern before the pattern has broken out. I do this a lot. It tells me that it's likely to have the pattern breakout. This is a sneaky little tool, the RSI breakout before the breakout. Amazing, right? Pro thoughts on Saitama V2 for the YouTube's finest. Shout out to Marlo. I don't know much about it. I'd have to really deep dive it for a long time. Spend not enough that I could do here on the live. I will take a look at it on CoinMarketCap and we'll kind of gander. But yeah, I meant to ask you, you got education from Kevin Smith, right? It was a great podcast I used to listen to, but it's funny, educational. Who is Kevin Smith? I don't know. I did not get education from Kevin Smith. I don't know who that is. The one Kevin Smith guy who makes movies, right? Isn't that Kevin Smith who did like Clerks and all that? I watched those movies growing up. Total needs to get above 9. I honestly have only listened to a podcast, I think once or twice in my whole life. I'm a weird dude. Like, I've never listened to a podcast like everyone else in the world. I try not to do what everyone else is doing on purpose. Spend a lot of time in nature, zoning out, staring at charts alone, upside down like Batman. No, but I wish I could trade upside down. It would be fun. 420 right here on ERG, right? So look, we were oversold. Shout out to Zelda32 in the house. So look, oversold on the so you want to wait for this to come on down. But the 4 hour also looked super beautiful. See this? 4 hours ready to rock. Boom. So this is why I put the call, and also the daily. Daily was ready to go. Oversold with a double bottom. So there was a lot of confluence, combined influence telling me that this was likely to break to the upside. Okay? ERG. So when I looked at it, I was like, well, this is highly likely to make a bit of a move. All right? And so I post ERG here to my trading group just for us to look at, to kind of take a look at 9-1. Basically our first real big move of September. right? September begins, the month begins. You shed off all, like, whatever happened, it's like last month, okay. We had a great month, but you're like, we went over it. But, whatever happened last month does not pay the bills this month. It's time to rebuild. It's time to get better. So ERG looked absolutely beautiful. Look, even a bit of a shoulder, head and a shoulder here. Daily curving, right? This isn't a falling wedge, and these are things that I have back tested for years and put together in a special sauce. Bang, bang, bang. And you look at this and you're like, okay. And then you use the replay tool, which I highly advise you begin to use because it'll change the way you trade for the rest of your life. Okay. Shout out to Scott Buscher sending positive vibes. We appreciate your hard work, sir. Thank you so much, man. You're the best, dude. Thank you so much for a $20 super chat. Also for the $10 super chat from my man Marlo. I appreciate you all for coming on into the live. Thank you for the live. Thank you for the love. $56 in chat revenue. You people are blessed. Thank you so much for the love that you rain on me every single time I show up on the live. I love it. Thank you. Thank you so much. So look, 21.92% gains, right? In total, or even more, I guess, like 42 in total on a wick. Now, let me show you. Earlier today, it made a flag on the 1 hour time frame. And I saw the 1 hour doing the same thing, all right? So I looked at my checklist. I'm like, is the price in a bullish pattern? I'm like, yeah, man, it is. So I'm like, okay. And you learn this if you take my course every single Tuesday. You learn the special sauce right here. So, I mean, I'm telling you right now, for $99, you won't find a better informative 2 hours, in my humble opinion. I've learned how to perfect teaching to the masses. And to anybody who wants to learn, I have a way to bring you down the line. I had ADHD, I had depression, I had every reason to believe that I couldn't achieve. I can't think straight. Oh, I'm just going to do, I'm going to be stuck at my old job now. But I'm telling you right now, you're going to work out. You got the lemon water. You're going to believe in yourself. You're going to change your mindset, number one, by coming to the live stream. You're going to get influenced by me coming every single day. By doing that, the consistency is going to bleed into your life. You're going to be like, you know what? I can do it too. I'm a lifer too. If he can do it, I can do it. If he can do it every single day, then I can do it every single day. Why not? No difference. He's not superhuman. He has blood, flesh, and tears just like me. He cries just like me. He pees just like me. It is what it is. Man, woman, whoever you are out there watching my live stream right now, I encourage you to take life by the horns. I encourage you tomorrow, tonight, today, right now at this very moment, maybe at the end of this live stream, do something that you were saying you were going to do for weeks, for months. Get out that pen and paper, write down that to-do list, start checking things off. Tonight, before you go to bed, write down what you're going to accomplish tomorrow before you even go to sleep. That works really good. Say, I'm going to get this, and this done. And don't overwhelm yourself. 2 or 3 things. Once you get over 5, it's too much. You know what I mean? But so look, ERG made a little bit of a flag. Lack of bearish momentum. So if we go back in time again, using the replay tool, and bear with me here, we're teaching you. And this looked highly likely to break out again. So I didn't post to my group. I'm like, this looks bullish. Careful for the 4 hour, and bang. I mean, this thing would go up again for massive gains. A gain of 21% today alone in the last 7 to 8 hours. So shout out to anyone who joined the trading group, anyone who jumped on in, anyone who took ERG for gains. Bang, 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 bang. And then there's my awesome graphics team, always holding me down. ERG for 48% gains. Boom, boom. Breadstick into the upside. So shout out to anybody here. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the love. I appreciate each and every one of you for jumping on in. Saitama on the radar. Someone's asking about Saitama. Saitama. Thanks, Beebs. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Chat. Let's get the chat going. So, the other day I was walking around the street talking about, the banner, yada, 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 yada. I know. The chat usually goes way faster, though. They're catching on. You guys are funny, man. I love it. There it goes. The chat moving faster now. At least, So there's that short, getting that bounce back to the upside. I like to see it break back inside this pattern. Make a bit of a move. The bigger pattern is at play here. And you got a flag that you may break out if Bitcoin makes a nice tumble. However, it looks pretty sideways. We may go nowhere. 7.9% on this short, right? So if that shorts, right, and Bitcoin decides to take a tumble too, we got the Bitcoin short. On top of that, we'll duplicate this. So usually what will follow Bitcoin on a short, all right? I mean, you got someone asked, does ERG still have legs? I mean, it's making another flag here. It's getting more high risk each time it does this because the 4 hour is getting more and more overbought. You see? You already got rejected. You tweezed your tops of the 4 hour. You're away from the 21-day moving average. You're likely for these prices to marry before anything. So if you trade a scalp on the 1 hour, you're trading very, 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 very risky. I've seen it happen, but it's very risky. So I personally wouldn't take the trade. Someone else more risky than me may take the trade. You know, we may wake up tomorrow up 25%. To me, it's getting a little outside my wheelhouse. So, can you say line drive to center field? Line drive to center field, all the way back to the wall. He's gone. Yeah, that's the fifth time he doubled since 1997. That's the fifth time he doubled this week against the curveball slider. Unbelievable. You know, the pitcher, he's been in and out. Last time he had Tommy John surgery. SuperChats, BRISE, CELR, Monero, say Tama V2 and ETH. Short making a bit of a move here. And I did say I was shot. But look, we got stopped. We got a little move here. Bitcoin attempting to get some love. Let's take a look at the USD chart here on Coinbase. And this is where I talk about the bigger stuff that I'm looking at, all right? The bigger zones. To me, look, you're still really not out of the zone here. See that? Just getting rejected by the top trend line. And to me, it's just still a bit of a descending triangle with like some skips out the bottom. You know what I mean? In my humble opinion. Very bearish pattern. Likely to dump fast to the downside when it does dump. Like, you know, and I'm not guaranteeing it, but there's like a 70 to 80% chance, you know, this thing takes a beat down. Down to the 18,898 area for Bitcoin. All right. So I'm not guaranteeing this. You know, the 4 hour is oversold. So we should be getting a bit of a bounce. Right. And then you could be on the other side of the fence saying, no, we broke out of this falling wedge. So I get it. But to me, this bigger trend line really is still at play, you know. With a chance of zero. Mahalo, Steve. Mahalo. Aloha from Hawaii. Shout out to everybody here. Mahalo, man. Always crazy moves at 2 a.m. when I'm sleeping in New York. Oh, every time, baby. They love that 4 a.m. move, 3 a.m. move. Every single time. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Did I forget to save that thing today? So check it out. One thing I do want to talk about here is the idea that there's still liquidity hanging out down here, 19,005. And that's kind of where we're sitting. There's really not much out here. It's all down there. They're just sitting. This is BOOKMAP. Get a link to BOOKMAP in the description below and get a discount to Global Plus through my affiliated link. It does help the channel. I have many affiliated links below the channel. KuCoin, you know, Coinbase, whatever you want to do there. Binance US. Anything you need down below. 3 commas that I absolutely love and use every single day. And, you know, TradingView, of course, that you see me make my charts on all the time. So watch that short. We will go up. Anything is possible. You never know. I don't say stuff like that. I'm just going by the odds here of the 15-minute. Right now, the 50-minute is pushing down, though, and we're not really getting much lower. So I feel like we're like staying in this channel. See this? Still a bit of a inverted cup and handle there. See? Interesting. 7-minute oversold with the bounce. It is, see? Cupping you. 7-minute cupping you, saying, no, baby, I got you. A little bit of a cup. You know what I mean? You got a cup here. You got the little cup. Just cup and price action. Even price action's got the cup action. Getting held up. And so you're like, well, where is support? 19,800 support seems to be holding too. So can we get the candle close above it on the 1 hour? I think we're about to in 10 minutes. We did get it. I think we did get it. Let's take a look. Actually, I don't know. Let's see. Close at 19,811, but it was a red candle with tweezer tops. The 1 hour is about to dump on you. Look at that. The 1 hour looks like it wants to just take a complete and utter just complete dump all over you. You know what I'm saying? Sorry, but it does. I mean, I'm just saying it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't look amazing. Looks like it got rejected by the top trend line, and this descending triangle is likely to head to the downside. I would stay short. You know what I'm saying? Until I see Bitcoin above 20K, I would stay short. Pretty simple to me. If I get stopped out somewhere above 20K, so be it. I would stay short. You know what I mean? We've been short since 22,000, and at 21,800 entry with a 22,000 stop that never got hit. Right? So if you've been watching my channel and coming every single day, I've been saying, we took profits at 19,005. But if you're a long-term guy and you still want to, there's really no reason. Again, I'm not telling anyone what to do, but I'm saying out loud for me personally, like there's no reason to go long yet. I don't see any indication to flip long, in my humble opinion, And I don't mind missing a bit of a move here to solidify support. Like if we get up above here and we bounce, this whole area is still resistance. Like this is resistance. We got resistance right here at the end of the node. You got resistance right there. These three areas, 20,186, 20,415, 20,565. So until we get above those areas, and I still have a bone to pick with 20,800. You know what I mean? So I haven't forgot where we've come from, and I'm still watching closely like a hawk. So 1 hour right now is bearish. It's all heck and has continued to make lower highs for literally 1, 2, 3, ever since the 28th of August. I mean, we're going on 6 days now, a week of pain. So I don't see any bullishness at all. People would say, oh, that's a falling wedge. It's about to break to the upside. It's tight. And the 4 hour is very oversold. And I get it. But you know what I've seen in my lifetime? I've seen the 4 hour just come up here and just boom and just nasty dump to the downside. I've seen it all. I've seen the stochastics do every type of anomaly you've ever seen. So I don't trust anything. I go by the probabilities at hand. Right now, that 1 hour does not look good to me, or not above the zone. So, you can dream all you want on 100 time frames, and you can spend time on the 4 hour, and I do. You see me do it. But again, to me, it's all about supportive resistance. And if you cannot get above supportive resistance, then you must short to the downside. I mean, a trader. I'm not telling you what to do, but if a trader watches price action can't get above, then a trader most likely has a higher probability of shorting the market if a resistance continuously can't be broken. All right, and by that you don't want to, if you don't get a candle close above that zone. All right. Shout out to the 420 people on the live. You got us to 500 people on the live. They're starting to bounce on in now on the Saturday night. I'm holding my demo short. Took 1.5 Bitcoin demo short at 21,156. Taking 75% off the table, all for the lifer. God bless you and the fam and everyone in the chat. Real deal. Hold short. My man, Trevor TVA, man, you're the man, dude. It's on you, man. You do what you got to do. I'm schlong on Gala, my man. Shout out to Emma. We've been more likes, man. Shout out to everybody here on the live. 431. We pumping hard now. And look, Bitcoin breaking 19,800 again. 7-minute is cupping us, as I showed you. But doesn't mean we can't still dump. I want to see this break to the downside. Break out of this rising wedge. See if you double bottom here. So your next attempt will be 19,691. Okay. 7-minute success. Maybe we pump for an M and then we take a dump, you know. Again, I am not a Bitcoin bearer. I am a lover of Bitcoin. I hold it long term. I believe it will be amazing. I believe it will go well above 100K 4 or 5, 6 years from now. It will be an amazing investment. I continue to hold my Bitcoins from back in the day, 4 or 5 years ago. So I believe in Bitcoin. I found it when it was around $300-$500. Started researching it. I'm not saying I bought it then, but I started researching it. I knew about it when it was $350. Okay, so and that's when I really kind of started reading about it and finding out what it was. And that began my journey down the rabbit hole. And here I am now with each and all you wonderful people. And I did stay at a Holiday Inn. No, just lifers, we're going streaking. No, I just streak. I have a streak. Like streaking is no. You guys are thinking it's taking off your clothes. I'm telling you, it's when you just keep coming every day without a break. I mean, like a streak. You know what I mean? Like the guy's got a mean streak, or he's been on a streak. Like a quarterback keeps showing up every day. Like wasn't Cal Ripken? Didn't he have a streak? You know what I mean? I love streaking. I'm not talking about no. It's when you keep coming every day without a break. Yeah, coming to the channel. Wait, what did you? No, I got you. Wait. I'm going straight. You guys, man, Crypto Craig, man. Shout out to everybody here on the live. We're going to the quad, man. Liver's on a winning streak, man. You guys are just... Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. So look. Bitcoin's in a bit of a rising wedge here. Oversold in the 7. Expect a bounce and possible M. The 1 hour wants to dump on you. Doesn't look good. If you can't get a candle to close above 19,008, which you didn't, we're likely to dump. You know, we barely held on. When's the next 4-hour candle close? It closes in 2 hours and 49 minutes, and it is bearish as all hezheezies. The last one closed at 19,835. Like weak candles, you know. So we shall see. I know you're oversold, and everyone wants to jump in on the 4-hour, but the 4-hour can look. It was right here oversold too, wasn't it? Ready to bounce, wasn't it? You could be looking at the same thing. Look, it looks just like that. You know, I'm sorry to make a sound effect as such, but I'm just be careful. Be careful listening to the masses. Watch your trades one step at a time. Watch it level by level. The chart will tell you where the price will go. And the chart's really accurate at telling you. You just have to chart it out for yourself and look at it every day and be really, really open and objective. The idea is not to have a bias. When you have a bias, you ruin it all. When you have a bias, you are just completely, it's over. The second you're like, oh, we're going here, it's done. It's done. You got to let the charts feed you the sauce and take the sauce one step at a time. All right. Inducement of the longs. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, and show me the liquidations. Show me the liquidations. All right. We're looking at how many people are 100x, 50x. You see? Now, they thickened up in this area. They were a lot weaker earlier today. All right. But there's still just so much consolidation down here. Now, they have people up here, but they usually won't skip all this liquidity. Look at how much they have down here. So you got all these 100x longs. You can look at this guy, like, what do they got? You can see the numbers right here. So he's in with 100x. $0.12 million. You see that? 0.12 mil, like 100 grand, you know? All these guys are 100x liquid long, like it's just that they probably long somewhere, and these are their liquidation levels. They long somewhere up in here, you know, and these are their liquidation levels. So they want to liquidate these dudes. You know what I mean? They want to come down and get these guys. All right. We went over this today in the learning library. I'm gonna post something. Well, in the trading group, we did a whole deep dive on this together. I will teach you so much more than just charting. I'll teach you about liquidity, order books, trade zones, and more. Like, I'll blow your mind. And we'll take you to any level you want to go. If you're a beginner trader, we'll take you to, if you've never seen a chart, we'll take you to beginner. If you're a beginner, we'll take you to intermediate. If you're intermediate, we'll take you advanced. If you're advanced, we'll show you things you've never seen, and we'll just be able to feed your mind, right? If you're an advanced trader, you'll love being around a group of amazing progressive people, my elite, and everyone else too. So, you know, it's likely they come down and eat because they want to eat these 100x longs right here, at least down to this level, my level I was showing you, because that's where all this 100x leverage is, and there's even more leverage down here. These are all the people that are leverage trading, and if you can right-click the indicator and look at your settings, you can see the colors. Like 100x longs are that orangey color, right? These are peach, and these are like a purple pink, the 25x. So you have 150 and 0.2, and you make it 0.01, so you can kind of see more information. All right. I'm 40x down there to 97. See? I'm 100x. How do you sleep? 100x. How do you sleep at night? Sam, start your video on this first. On the first one. This actually works. I've been testing it. It's interesting and very accurate. Wow. Still can't wait to be a part of the lifers. Working on saving up to tell my boss I quit and to do trading full time. Shout out to Benny Boy 07. We love you. The 99 is the real deal. If you really want to learn, the best thing you can do besides the beginner's course. Beginner's course is a must. Shout out to Crypto Life Changer. Thank you for saying that. 100x, you do not sleep, said my man. It's true. It's true. So I am bearish as I have been, and I hate to be it. And I'm sorry to be the bearer of bear news. I know it's weak. But I always say that. I think it's silly, right? Again, 7 minute we know is beat to the ground. It wants to make a move back up. It could save your day for a little bit. We did get a wick right back up. Look at that. Shady price action up and down all day long. So what you're looking for is the M here. And it's patient trading. A good trade is a patient trade, even a hot one. You're really looking for that. Look, you're looking for this on the 7 minute. And you don't want to see some short squeeze. That could happen at any moment too. We're looking for it. I see more liquidity down than I see up still. So even on BOOKMAP, which is corroborating the story of the liquidation level 2. So down here, it looks like they really want to take us to 19,500 area. But you know, anything is possible. And we will go from there. So I've kind of said my stance. I don't think we really need to stay on Bitcoin much more. 7 minute may get you a bounce. I wouldn't be surprised if we do see a bounce to 19,867. Will we stay there is the question. How far we stay there? There's a bunch of hoopla on that area. So, you know, if you don't trade patiently, you're going to have a bad time. Yeah, it's true. Bybit sweats. LOL, man, you're funny. The Bybit sweats. Something I know nothing about. Football, I mean, I guess one time in my life. SuperChats, BRISE, CELR, Monero, Saitama V2 and ETH. Going to set alerts tonight on my demo trade. I feel it might start that lower high. Tuesday is the day to catch a juicy trade, baby. Tuesdays are hot. Tuesdays are hot. My people know all about the Tuesday. Let's take a look at BRISE, one of the hottest coins in the game, socially too, just with a really high social credit score. And we took BRISE for gains, right? Massive gains. Let's see. Thought I might make a bit of a flag there, never did. Let's see what the heck we were thinking about over here. Okay, so it actually did bounce. See, we had this flag. It did bounce out of this flag to the upside. Then went sideways, 4 hours overbought, trying to point to the downside. So I'm going to delete my old work. I like to just freshen up, you know. So we got resistance right here where these candles closed. We broke out here, but bounced off of the next big zone of liquidity, where we got bought up pretty nicely here. All right. Oversold on the daily time frame now and getting a bit of a bounce. This is interesting, right? Hot coin too. Very hot. 4 hours not where I would like it to be, personally. And you got resistance right here. You're beginning to make this flag. You got this trend line to deal with here. You got this trend line to deal with here. If you can stay in this pattern and respect the 4 hour, there's room for this to bang on you, you know. It did the fake out break back into the pattern. Maybe Bitcoin scared it. The market got a little bit of a spook. Can this move back to the upside is the question, right? So 98% gains possibly for BRISE. It's on my radar. I think it's hot. It's well known. 4 hour could flip. It's continuing with momentum. Let's take a look at the 1 hour time frame. 1 hour's half pointing up, but like not in the best spot. Couple, yeah. You could say it's almost in this falling wedge that it fell out of and fell back into. I'm cool with that too. See, that could break to the upside. I'm telling you, it takes a lot of brainstorming to play this market. You can't just look at one thing. You can't just be closed-minded to one idea. You must be able to bend, swift, and move, bend, shift, and move on any given twist, bend in the road. Like you can't be stuck. The second your mind gets stuck, you're stuck. You can't move. You're not going to be able to make the move. You're done. You're done. You're done. You're done. You're done. They're going to get you. The market maker's going to get you. They're going to get you. They're going to get you. Sorry, I'm freaking you out. But they are going to get you. You're going to be Dunskies. You're going to be Dunskies. So look, shoulder, head, and a shoulder there. Interesting enough, right, for BRISE. Can it break out to the upside and make some moves? 50 minutes getting low, still flagging out. So you do have this little bit of a flagito. A little bit of a flag that could give you some magic. I'm bullish on the daily on this thing. High risk because of Bitcoin on the night with low liquidity on a Saturday. Be careful for scam wicks and just all sorts of movement. Got a little bit of a POC here. You get above that, that could give you a chance for a move. Oh. So we're looking for this idea here as the monks sing in the background. Crazy, right? It's insane on a Saturday night. Football, USDT, future, please. Never. Yeah, all these small coins going to get crushed if Bitcoin drops. I just had a little short get taken out, but I still got my bag, baby. Okay, okay. You know how I do, my guy. Still coming down, though. I don't know why your short got taken out. Doesn't make sense. I started talking about shorting the market about 45 minutes ago before it started to drop for the last 45 minutes. Anyway, we'll see. Oh, there you go. Come on. Keep coming, baby. Keep coming. I hate to be right about a short. Watch it go up right now, right when I say it. I'm never right. I'm never right, I swear. I just look at probabilities. Everyone keeps asking, why is Cardano ripping to the upside? It's interesting. We're gonna take a look at that in a second. That's got me interested. So BRISE would have to break out of this. It's bullish to me, but there's some crazy price action, you know. Daily is at support though, so if it stays above the zone, yes, I could see BRISE making some gains. And the gains are big for BRISE. Maybe somewhere in the 50, 60 to 100% range. You know, you're on a rising wedge. Can BRISE kind of go somewhat parabolic here? That's the question. The daily says yay, but you never know. Bitcoin is not in the best place. I haven't shown you Bitcoin on the long-term chart yet, right? So we haven't shown you everything that we wanted to show you today. Let's look at Bitcoin in the all-time history index. Just show you what I got going here on the 20 on the daily here. We don't need these oscillators that big. I don't have no idea why they are. It's like one day I must have done that for some like teaching purposes and they probably got stuck like that. Teaching, that's great because you can really accentuate and show people things that they want to see, right? So look. I mean, I'm bearish. Look at this bearish move here for Bitcoin on the daily. Seems to be breaking the pattern and coming to the downside. And it's this last hold here on this last volume node. It breaks that. I mean, it doesn't have a lot of liquidity to stand on. You know, at the same time, seems to be more liquidity up here than down here. Does it bounce back up to grab it? You know what I mean? 22 hours very overbought as well. And the 12 hour is very overbought. 8 hour could curve and save you. 6 hours trying to curve on you. 4 hours has curved on you, right? So you can see why some people are attempting a long here, because they're like, all right, I'm gonna long the 4 hour, which isn't the worst idea in the world, right? For me, it's about challenging these small time frames and making sure they get above the zone first before I open up a long, you know? So, and again, I'll keep saying it until the candle closes on the 4 hour or the daily above now 19,950, let's just say 20K area. I remain bearish because the bulls haven't shown me any reason to change. Shady price action, it's the weekend, baby. I believe would accumulate cash and coins enough for a big move this new week. Shout out to Lakochi Coker, my man in the game. The Whisperer. Massive absorption of selling on Bitcoin today. Finally saw buyer exhaustion and small sells made larger price moves. That's a good point. I like what he just said. You can pick things up by watching ratios if you watch them all the time. It's the man that watches the water that figures out when the current changes. Let me say that again. It's the man that watches the water that truly figures out first when the current changes. All right. Come back for a bearish retest possibly here on the 7. That's what you're looking for now. All right. Let's get away from Bitcoin for a while. Let's have some fun. Could ERG still pump to the upside? There's a chance. There's a chance. Lifer, just want to say thanks for all you do. I am new to the 99, but have been watching for a few months. I'm ready to go full-time crypto and sell my lawn care landscape company. You're the man, dude. Shout out to you, Lawn Shark 423 with the $49.99, man. Much love to you and yours. God bless you, my friend. God bless you. Thank you so much for the $50 super chat. Much love. That's very, very nice of you. And didn't even ask for a thing. Just sent love our way. Much respect to you and yours. Let's take a look at CELR from my man Tori. Shout out to CELR in the game. And you can get CELR on Coinbase. No, you can CELR on, I know it's on KuCoin or on the beautiful Binance. On KuCoin or Binance. I say them funny because I've been saying them the same for 5 years now. So, after a while, you want to just kind of change it up a little bit. So that's why I say KuCoin. And it's fun. It's KuCoin, whatever. So look, we got stupid, all right? There's no rhyme or reason to my madness. If you streamed every day, eventually you would go nuts. You'd be like weary, cheery, stream mad or something. Like, it's kind of like being on a ship or in a cabin. You know what I mean? I have cabin fever. Like, as I'm streaming, I feel like I've been on a ship moving up and down, back and forth. Like, I get vertigo from streaming. CELR is in a beautiful cup and handle. Look at that. Measured move could blast it to the upside. Last time we found CELR in a cup and handle was down here, and this thing ripped. See, we had a bit of a cup and handle here, and this thing boomed. This was even a cup with a handle, and we were gone. Off to the races for CELR. Now, we just broke below that POC. We're challenging the zone. It's a hot spot for CELR. We don't want to break that area. We do. We come right back down here to 0.1415. Back to, 1 cent and 4/10 of a cent there. We're right now at 0.17 and about five and a half. So let's take a look at the daily and see what we got cooking, good looking. All right. Who you? Who knew? Who me? So look, we're pretty oversold here. MACD wants to turn. Everything's looking pretty good in the daily for a bit of a bounce. Can we get it? I'm going to also pull myself a Fibonacci from this wick to wick. Knowing when and why to pull it is going to give you that instinct. And right here, I talk about the 706. I talk about the 0.65 and the 0.618. You're basically in the golden pocket right now as we speak. Touching it, near it, so close to it, it's ridiculous. So you're in the golden pocket. Can you pump to the upside is the question. And that's what that's what everybody wants to know, right? This is where a lot of coins would pump. 186% gains. Tori, you probably already did this, you dirty dog, you. And you knew we were in the golden pocket, and you knew I was going to find this. I wonder if people do that. They go over a bunch of TA, and they're like, they find golden pockets, all this, and then they ask me, and they're like, they want to see if I'm going to sniff out the gem. Because there's a gem out there. A good trader will find it. A good technical analyst will sniff it out. Someone else will bypass a lot of things that someone else will see. So look, another thing we're going to talk about here is this low here to this high here, which is a swing to the upside. Same scenario here is a swing to the downside. Bit of hidden bullish divergence, and we've seen it just like this play out recently on 4 or 5 different setups that I've been looking at. So that's also something that it's got going for itself here. The hidden bullish divergence seller. Interesting. Now, unlike 22 hours, a little hot for me personally. 4 hour could get a bit of a move, but it's kind of like Bitcoin. You know, Bitcoin can't get out the zone. To me, sellers in that same wedge Bitcoin's in. And if Bitcoin dumps, sellers just going to dump on you to the downside here. So I'm watching it closely, but it's high risk, high reward. So you don't get my usual, like, I like that. That's ready to, no, I don't see it. Following Bitcoin too closely right now, back and forth action. It's really like short or long Bitcoin, in my humble opinion, or any blue chip following it. I wouldn't trade anything else. That's me personally. That's my trading style right now. I stay away from high risk coins when Bitcoin is just in limbo, because anything could happen, and they're just boring. Usually nothing will happen, But you never know. See the bigger gainer here. Look, 14%, 10%. That's low for KuCoin. You know what I mean? So you're already looking at just like a low liquidity day. Everyone watching Bitcoin yet again on a Saturday, wondering, hey, what are you doing, BTC? And it's also, you have to remember, it's Labor Day weekend. A lot of people just eventually have to be like, I was away all week on vacation. Last week, I was away for 3 weeks on vacation. So, like, me and my wife need a break from vacation. So when everyone else is running out to Labor Day, and honestly, our kid goes to school on Tuesday. It's time for us to settle on home, me be back in the studio, you know what I mean? Like, kind of go over some business stuff. Like, we're launching cryptolifer.com, just so you know. We got a lot coming at you. We got a lot we want to do, and we're just we're excited, and we've been working super, super hard. So, for me, it's time, I'm done with just, vacation. So, but I think today is it's a day when a lot of people are on vacation because it's Labor Day week. I remember a lot of Labor Day weekends I would go and spend my last, especially when I lived in New York, and I didn't, I was like, I got to get out of the city at least one last time before I start this, winter, So everyone was like, Cardano was the play today. Nice 25% gains on the 3L token to the upside. Cardano. Let's take a look at ADA on the chart alone here. And if I see, because someone asked me about Cardano recently. So we had this big of a falling wedge. There was a shoulder, head, and a shoulder too. That's all. See, isn't that funny? Sometimes it's just that. It's like, it was wretched, meaning it was a bit absurd. But again, it was a shoulder, it was a head, and it was a right shoulder. And then if you take your measured move, this was your neckline here, from your neckline, bang, and then look at that. Pretty dang close, not too bad. Cardano with the move to the upside, and it broke this resistance too as well. Cardano back to 48. All right, but getting overbought on the 4 hour, so it needs to bounce now. Probably do something. Let's take a look here. Meaning it's likely to flag out here at this point for Cardano. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Now, what do y'all think? If you had to make a choice between a coin and you had to get into a coin here, I'm going to ask you on Twitter. We're going to ask you on Twitter right now. If you can run over to Twitter and answer the question, this would be kind of fun. So check it out. We're going to ask you something on Twitter. We're going to see if you can answer it for me. At the end, we're going to go at 10 o'clock at the end of the stream. We're gonna see who says, So if you only had to buy either Matic or ADA, which one would it be? All right. If you only had to buy either Matic or ADA, which one would it be? All right. I'm gonna send that out to the tweet fiends, and let me know what you know on the Twitter. How many YouTubers are making fortunes by promoting cryptocurrencies, making wild predictions, and profiting off their loyal fans? This is like, yo, this is horrible. Look at this, man. They're coming after us, man. Look at that. Oh wow. I'm not one of those people, and I'm not doing that. Thank gosh. Look, Moon, Carl, MM Crypto are making, blurring ethical lines. Yo, Business Insider, going after the moon, dude. Look at this. The rise of crypto hype, man. How YouTubers are making fortunes by promoting cryptocurrencies and making wild predictions and profiting off their fans. Become an insider and start reading now. They want me to join Business Insider, which I'm not going to do. That's just their pull. They know cryptocurrencies, but they're like, let's write something about cryptocurrency. They don't care about you. Break back in, baby. Or get rejected. And make a shoulder, a head, and a shoulder to the downside. So then you can already see the head and shoulder we're starting to make. Bitcoin, most boring price action of the year. September, Rectember, baby. We'll get through it. October is always fun for Bitcoin. It's always been a good month. All I want to say is that they don't really care about us. NFA, seriously. Shout out to Gina Bob Beta in the house. Gina, we love you. Gina, tell everyone why you love being a lifer. Everybody, tell people why you like being a lifer. I love being a lifer because, we should put that on Twitter, right? I love being a lifer because. Let me know. My team could grab that if they want. If I could spell. I love being a lifer because. When merch, brother? We got merch, man. I've had merch for years. Michael Scott wants a hoodie. I'll buy him one and myself. Let him know what I need to do to set that up. Shout out to Like, you're the man, dude. I love being a lifer because it's real life, no fake. We'll get you. We'll get you. We'll get you. We'll get you. Look, we broke back inside the pattern. The big one could just be making that right shoulder, that right shoulder, Well, look, we did break back inside the pattern. You could kind of open. I guess you could say, okay, I don't know. It's always a game here with BTC. Ugly channeling. That 7 minute though, when that 7 minute wants to bang, it wants to bang, baby. How high it goes is the question. Can it get us above the resistance? See? I'm telling you, I don't know how many times you saw me. I think we did this, how many times I've said, hey, it's a falling wedge. The 7 minute will likely take it to the measured move. That's still an M pattern, and it doesn't really change anything. We could make a higher high and really break up. There's a lot of room here, and we're getting some liquidity now. Are we short squeezing? We'll take a look at the liquidity here on BOOKMAP. So far, not too much of a squeeze coming. Still doing okay at 19,000. Yeah, 810 here, 821 area. I want a semi coming handy, dry fit. You're funny, man. Can you check Bone TA, please? I tipped. No, I refuse. Never. I will never do Bone. We will refund the tip. All right? No, I'm just joking, of course. We'll go do Bone. The crowd did not go wild for that. We'll do Bone, man. I got you. Bone Thugs in Harmony, though. Bone for Wrapped ETH. Bone Shiba Inu. I want Bone USDC if I could get it on Shiba Swap, huh? SuperChat's Monero, Saitama, HBAR, and Bone. Beautifully said, Beeps. Thank you, Gina. You're the best. I love Gina. You're so funny. Oh, my gosh. This is my tribe, man. Y'all are the best. Y'all love me too much. I think I love y'all. You can never love enough. You know what I'm saying? So I take all that back. You can never love enough. You don't need to love more. No, I'm so grateful for every second that I spend with each and every one of you beautiful people. I'm so lucky that I got to find this crazy live stream that I made, and God gave me this weird, whatever existence in this life that I got to live, and I get to live in this profession that I'm in, and I'm just blessed. Thank you so much for YouTube, the Google Algo, everyone that created the science and the math, and today I just want to say thank you to all the coders that worked on the Google Algo that got us all here today, and and spent all those long hours sitting there doing Python and JavaScript, and without them, the lifers never would have met. And do it on the Bone Shiba Bone ETH. Nah, don't tell me what to do, man. Don't tell me what to do now. That's where it gets me going. So bones in this giant falling wedge could break to the upside. All right. Don't get me going over here. Don't defy me over here. If I want to do the ETH chat, I do the ETH chat. If I want to do the USDC, I do it. Hey, over here. Oh, it's Saturday night. Over here. Sorry. Defiance sort of kicking in. It is, though. It is. How did you know, man? I'm glad to be here with the lifers. I have a huge weekend this weekend that I've been excited about for a long time. I hope you are doing well. God bless you. I hope everything goes well for you, man. God bless you and your weekend. You can see how this is kind of following Bitcoin. It's in the wedge. It's at the bottom. Can it bounce up with BTC? Stochastics say it can here on the 15-minute. 4 hours got nothing on you. 15-minute wants to move. I don't want to look at Bone ever again, man. Can you not ask me about Bone again? You ask me about Bone, I think you're the dude who asks me about Bone every day. Can we just not go over Bone, man? I guess I have to. Now, you know what? I gotta shut my mouth and just say yes. Let's do Bone. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. I love Bone. It's just, you know what it is? Isn't it good to see that I'm real? You know what I mean? That sometimes I can't hold back, and I'm just like, I don't want to do that. It's whack, And people are like, but it's up huge against ETH, man. It is up big. Recently, it's up nice, right? So I'll give you that. Bone's been doing damage. But it's okay. High risk, It is up nice, though. Why are we spending so much time on Bone? See what I'm saying? It's just wasting times out of the show. It's up nice. I don't know what you want me to do. It's not my favorite coin. It's not my favorite project. I think I own some Bone and some Leash because I bought them a year ago when the Shiba system started coming out, and I'm just holding $500 worth of them, and I don't really have much. I don't have tons of faith in I have Shiba because I think some people might be duped into getting into it. I don't really have a lot of faith in these projects. You know what I mean? So I'm an Atom guy. I'm a Cardano guy. I'm a brass axe dude. This looks like a good pump to the upside. It is still pointing down on the daily, though. Probably a good time to take some profits. I don't know. Do whatever you want. I'm not a financial advisor. This is just for entertainment purposes only. Bone for my man. Bone, the next Bitcoin. It's good for Shibarium. Good to hold indeed. Football, no, I'm not doing football. Bartholomew, Dashcoin. SHIB was the only token I was profitable on last year. Shout out to Michael, man. I appreciate that. That was the fastest TA ever seen done. He really hates Bone, man. We love being lifers because our lifer family is endlessly loving, caring, and supportive. Heaven on earth. Thank you so much, Love Learning. We love you. They didn't mention it in the news how some of their loyal fans are making massive profits off the knowledge of the YouTubers. But they wasn't no YouTuber anyway, even if we or on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Let's go. Bone Army. So watch Cardano make a flag here, still pumping to the upside. Watch Cardano going for it. Making leaps and bounds here with the Bitcoin move. Overbought on the 15. Maybe you get a little more pump of the 1 hour. Starting to make some bearish divvy, though. Swinging down while this is swinging up. I don't know. Shout out to Scamwix in the house. Was that Bitcoin sell observation and the market makers short to FOMO longs, or the FOMO shorts helping market makers sell up longs for next week? It did stop the price when the price moved, when it seemed unlike FOMO bots. 19,800 is just stiff right now. Stiff as a doorknob. You know what I mean? Very, very stiff. So FLUX, man, We've been talking about Flux. Flux has made a move recently from the bottom of the pattern to the top of a nice 12% gains for Flux. So we've been in Flux ever since it was around this area. Flux making a bit of a move here. I like Flux. Flux has been on my radar. The daily for Flux is striving for more. Looks a lot like the last one we hit. Flux ready to make a bit of a move here. I have massive gains headed for Flux. Flux on my radar. So you do whatever makes you happy. I like Flux a lot right here. We've been watching Flux. We are now up 13% in Flux since entry. And again, I've been watching Flux very closely for my re-entry since I got in at 60, sold at 96, came back down to 80. Flux, baby. Flux has been fun to, honestly, a lot of Flux are locked up. 100 million tokens. People want to get noted up and all that fun stuff, right? So, Flux on my radar, big. All right. Flux is on the radar. And do your own research. Find out what Flux is. Understand Flux. Understand what basically a bullish pattern is. Understand what support and resistance are. If you do not, I would highly advise you. Actually, I can't really, but I would say if I didn't know how to use technical analysis, I would not trade. Looking back on my life, had I known knowing what I know now, I would not trade if I didn't know technical analysis, because people would take my money so fast because I wouldn't understand what was going on. You know what I mean? Flux looks really good in the daily time frame. Very interesting to me. Just got home to catch a little bit of the live. Shout out to David. Crypto Life Changer, you're the man, dude. Shout out to Michael Scott. Michael will get you in there. We love you, Michael. If you love Kadena, you'll love Flux. If you love Flux, you got to have Kadena. Dashcoin, good to enter at 46, you reckon, is due to boom. Dashcoin, I mean, it's an oldie but goodie. I hold Dash from a long time ago. Dash, that's interesting. My man asking about Dash. I haven't looked at Dash in a long, long time. It's just like Bitcoin. I mean, there's the bottom. One thing I do see is it's in a bit of a giant inverted head and shoulder. That's interesting. See, like you got a shoulder, bit of a head here and a shoulder for Dash. That could make some gains. Remember, these are also kind of bearish patterns, though, right? And it's similar to following Bitcoin. If Bitcoin drops out of that pennant, Dash will likely follow. Dash really follows Bitcoin pretty closely. So so we're watching Bitcoin closely at 19.8 on that stucco mode, just stuck in this area. But to me, I mean, we could also say, look, bearish retest occurring here now on the 7. It's a bearish retest right there. Look at that. Try to get back in the pattern, could not. Possibly trying to double bottom here. We want to see it break now. It's been a crazy night. Do you think Bitcoin could go to 19,873? Just in your opinion. Someone's trying. 7-minute. Honestly, I mean, it has heavy resistance now at 19,800, so I'd be careful. I don't know. I have no idea I don't think anything, man. Anything is possible, Why is Cardano getting so busy? What is up with Cardano tonight? It was already pumping, though. We already kind of, I think we took it to the top there, 49. It's going to calm down now, getting a little high there on the 15. 1 hour has gas, interesting. 4 hours very overbought, though, right? Yeah. And so I believe it's going to eventually make a flag here. So, yeah, we talked about Cardano already. Thank you. I thought there was more pumping than we saw. Late to the party there, dude. Late to the party there. Anybody could look at Filecoin. Send in a super chat, man. Let me know. Do the right thing. I do the right thing over here. We'll look at Filecoin over here. We'll talk about it over here. We'll have some fun. You tell me, I tell you over here. You take over the show, huh? Your super chat takes over the show, and that's what it is. I hold some clues, people. Might be duped into buying. First thing I heard, LOL. Hey, if I can't appreciate the realness of that, I don't know where to tell you over here. Hey, that's how I feel about SHIB, I don't think it's a good project. I don't believe in it, but I think people will be duped into getting into it. And so, you just want to be on the sidelines holding the, it's sad. I mean, there's stock, and that's just life, A lot of the EVs that came out in the stock market, people got duped into buying that stuff, and the next thing you know, they crash hard. But had you been there waiting for that kind of influx, and so the idea is to be around every single day. Luna opinion, I'm short from 210. Take profit target. Luna, I'm short from 210. I mean, I can't tell you what to do, so I have no clue, man. You know. So let me take a look. I mean, short the top trend line, beautiful thing. Resistance, resistance, resistance. Bounced, bounced. Double bottom here. Falling veg. And the daily's oversold, overbought. I mean, daily's likely to come down on you for a nice little dumpage to the bottom of the pattern. 137. It's an interesting little interesting place. You broke the point of control too. You rejected by it. You're likely to head at least to this node here, the low volume node at 165. Those are two areas I'd be looking closely. 165, 131. See what I'm saying? Just based on this idea. You have this little notch here on the W. Set supportive resistance, you know what I'm saying? Understand what they are, use them to your advantage, and then, you know, do whatever makes you happy, though. Just showing you some supportive resistance on the technical analysis. And, you know, you technically really want Bitcoin to dump here, too, because that's going to help the cause for Luna, right? So, if you're in a Luna short, personally. 4 hour looks like this may pump hard, you know, so that's interesting, too. So, I'd be careful. That's why I'm worried about Bitcoin, because you got to wait out this 1 hour. It's interesting. This could just go sideways, and the 4 hour could pump hard. I'd watch this closely. Luna's been funny, so high risk touching that. I wouldn't trade it too much. Sam, what's your honest, humble opinion on the almighty OG XRP? I am seriously curious to know. I'll sell all my XRP for FLUX. Let's take a look at XRP, dude. I mean, the last time I sold XRP it was the best thing I ever did. I sold at 58, and I got into waves, and waves pumped so hard, and it was like, you know, it was a great idea. So let's take a look. I mean, I don't know. XRP's in this falling wedge, needs to hold on. Let's take a look at the daily time frame. Yeah, daily's got that bend in, not really getting above resistance here for the, you know, it's very similar to Bitcoin too. Like Bitcoin has to get back above 20K and all this. That's 33 for XRP, right? So yay, we may get a bounce here in the 4 hour time frame. We're flattening out. But to me, you're also in a bit of a bear flag. See this? It's following Bitcoin so closely. If Bitcoin ends up dumping down to 18K, this is going to dump. So that's why I'm telling you, man, it's Bitcoin day right now. It's low liquidity on a Saturday night, and we're watching Bitcoin trip up at 19,008, 19,787. So, like, you know, that right now looks like a bearish retest to me. Trying to double bottom here now on the 7-minute time frame, but it's also breaking that candle. Likely to come to this node here at least. But again, sideways action with not a lot of liquidity. Shout out to the 500 people and the 500 likes. Thank you so much for all the awesome lifers that are sticking it with me here tonight on the live. Searching for gains, sniffing for gains. Is there gains? Sometimes there's just nothing to do. Sometimes it's just sideways behavior. Don't push it, you know. Sam, any opinion on EVMOS? No idea. I have no idea what that is, and I don't have an opinion on it. Sorry. Thank you. Let's move on. Appreciate that. I mean, long term, thank you for respecting that I don't have an opinion either. That's very nice of you for doing that. And thank you for letting me thank you before you did it. Old cats can't move like they used to, baby. That order block is just sitting there taunting me. I bet all your capabilities are at the same par. 10 for 10. I don't know who you mean. The Cardano blockchain's Vaso hard fork upgrade is scheduled to take place on its mainnet September 22nd. That's why it has been going well. Pumping into the mainnet. All right. Learning is earning. Wouldn't miss it. Shout out to my man, Abdominal Rain Man, Spaghetti Ragnetti in the house, getting his edumacation on every single day with a proper schedule. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Okay. And wow. Okay, super chats. Monero, Saitama, Ino, HBAR, Mina, and Hero. Thank you for thanking me for also me every year. So I love that. I love you, Emma, man. Keanu in the chat, man. Shout out to Keanu Reeves. We love you, baby. Scamwix forever, baby. Fixes halt. Sam, long-term projection for the Lifer fam. All the way to the Maz, baby. To Maz, baby, with a Boston accent. All the way to Maz, kid. What total market cap is telling you? Let's take a look at total, baby. Let's take a look at total on a Saturday night. Thank you. Keeping us in line. So look, bulls must break back above 975 billion, and we did that, and things were okay. But then we got rejected by it again and fell to the downside hard. Made a giant M here, fell to the wayside. Not a beautiful pattern, not amazing, right? So now we're back at the same scenario. Bulls must break back above $975 billion. And so now, and then you have resistance here now, right? At about 950, 58, 50, and now it's 950. Now the 4 hour does want to pump on you, which is nice, but the 1 hour is overbought. So we're going sideways at least till tomorrow morning. From there, let's see an oversold 4 hour and a pump out of that 4 hour and get us out of this move. Take a look at our daily, getting overbought again and not above the zone. I mean, to me, this is bearish. This is just bearish city, you know. And I'm gonna remove some work here. So we already know 975 is the area. Like, we gotta deal with that. So just look at price action for what it is here. All right. So I mean, resistance, and like you're getting really overbought. Like the daily and the 22 hour, they're rounding, and each time they did that, we had a massive dump here. So, I mean, I'm just being real, and anything could happen, and we could get faked out, right? But like we've been short since 22, so like in profits anyway, no matter what, if they try to come get us, you know. The idea is this would be. That measured move would take you probably, yeah, all the way down somewhere to this area, back to $879 billion. So we must make a stand here at this double bottom. See this? This is going to be our line. And what level is that going to be, that exact level here? Ooh, come on. Can't hit the wrong button at that right perfect time. It's like he was about to, and then we just never... 880, baby, and that's even 880 on the dot. You know what I mean? 880. So total market cap can't break 880. Like to see us double bottom here first at about 900 and let's see, $922 billion. So we'll be watching 922 for a double bottom. Likely we're breaking down though. Doesn't look too good on the 1 hour time frame. The daily too as well. 4 hours the only thing in your favor, but like, you know, it's not amazing. All right. Oh yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. I put at 0.01 on the liquidations. You kind of want them at 0.1. 0.01 gives you a lot to look at. All right. And that just gives you your liquidation parameters. So it's saying how many do you want to see? Do you want to see ones of 100,000 and up, or do you want to see things of 10,000 and up? What do you want to see, you know? The only two I really cared to me. Scamwix, my man. All right, let's take a look at HBAR, MINA, Hero, and UFO. HBAR. Hedera hash graph. Hedera. I'll tell you a little something about Hedera. Last time I saw her. No, I'm just... So look, this is a double bottom here, right? Hedera hash graph. The most vicious character in the game. If you can beat Hedera, you move on to level 10. So a falling wedge, bit of a cup and handle here for sure. I mean, this is a cup and handle. It's the definition of a cup and handle to the upside. Samuel, cup and handle, but the whole market's kind of doing this. And we're also showing signs of a lot of weakness. So let's take a look at our daily. Bit of a giant double bottom too as well. Let's take a look at the daily time frame for Hedera hash graph. Oversold, interesting enough. So look, this thing may make some moves. It's been bullish lately, and it's also been trending on Twitter on and off. This could be its bottom point here. Oversold in the stochastics. MACD beat to the ground, and even a little bit of love here on the RSI. So interesting enough, could we get a move? We'll take a look at the 4-hour time frame. That's also oversold. The 1-hour time frame. I like Hedera. I'm actually going to put Hedera out there for a possible gainer. You know, and honestly, this coin is a coin that I think could just get legs regardless of BTC. Just kind of do its own thing. So, and again, it could dump to the downside at any given moment. You know, you never know, right? I'm not, you know, this could just, anything could happen at any moment, right? You have to find your own proper risk management. It would have to fit your trading style. You'd have to like this. You know what I mean? So just, if you aren't educated, please get educated about technical analysis. We have so much information in my Discord. If you want to join, the link is in the pinned comment section here, right here. Just hit that link. It's free to join the server to see like we give you learning information for free. If that's enough and it fits your fancy, then you're ready to go for more. You know what I mean? So just, you know, I'm here, you're here, we're here together. It is what it is. HBAR looks scrumptious to me for a possible move to the upside. Oversold on multiple time frames. So it's showing me that it may just want to get some legs. So HBAR does have some interesting things that I'm looking at right now. I like the daily. I like the 4-hour. All right. The 1-hour. Also one of the few coins low on the 1-hour. So interesting enough. We're double bottoming. Could we hold the zone? It could dump at any moment in time. Be careful. Always use a stop loss. Like always, you know, you never know. I always use a stop loss. You never know. You know what I mean? Never know when things are going to shift on you. But HBAR does look nice. Thank you so much for the super chat for HBAR. I appreciate you teaching me about HBAR. Everyone thinks I'm teaching. People are teaching me. It's the quite opposite. You know what I mean? Subtly teaching me. We need a lifer gang meet in Toronto. It seems a lot of Canadians are here. All right, Toronto, let's do it. It's not that far from me. I'll fly up to Toronto. It'll take me like a couple hours. We'll have a blast. Let's do it. So we got a cup and handle. And we're oversold on multiple time frames, right? Multiple big time frames too, you know, that matter. Definitely something that looks better than most. You know what I mean? If I had to compare, it looks better than most over here. Shout out to that setup. HBAR. Your voice is so professional. Is it natural, though? It's so pleasant to my ear. Keanu Reeves. Keanu, we love you. We want you to come back. You're one of my favorite, you know. Get me a deal, Keanu. I'll be in your next movie. We could take over the world together, man. Me and you. The next Matrix with cryptolifer and Keanu Reeves. I think we'd be a hit. I think I could get you back in the limelight. I mean, you get yourself back in the limelight. You're amazing. But, you know, I think we could hit it off. We'd be the next Bill and Ted, man, you know. I don't even stop to pit stop in Quebec when I go to Halifax or the East Coast. I love Halifax. I've been to Halifax since I was like 13 years old, though. It's been a long time. 26 odd years since I've been to Halifax. I don't even stop in Quebec. Sammy be interpreting charts like Neo with the Matrix. Shout out to Bartholomew Smaffington. Shout out to the double bottom Snake Eyes, baby. Snake Eyes. Hey. HBAR. Red sand in the PEI, baby. Prince Edward Island, man. Love, all I have is the buddy in Sherbrooke, Quebec, so I can't say I never stopped in. Stop hating on Quebec, man. Be nice. No hate. It's all love to everybody around the world, man. We got people from everywhere. Shout out to all of you. We love you. Let's take a look at MINA protocol. MINA, the smallest blockchain in the game, can fit in the size of a tweet. MINA protocol. In case you didn't know, now you do. MINA. We talked about MINA pumping. It did a little bit. Wow. Last time someone asked me about MINA, I said, could it get up? It did. Blasted. How much did MINA go? Up about 48%. Not too shabby. So MINA's in this falling wedge. Could it break on out? I don't know. It's at the bottom of its barrel. 66 cents where it all began. Lowest I've seen it here for MINA. I'll delete everything and look at MINA on the daily. Wow, it did crash all the way to its bottoms. All the way to its bottoms, from August of 2021, man. It's about a year old, So everything's in this giant cup and handle. It's like, it's just what Bitcoin's in the same chart, baby. Bitcoin's doing the same thing. It's all following BTC. If Bitcoin doesn't make the grade, you can kiss this goodbye. And like, Bitcoin will make a pretty big move first. Some coins will follow, but then the rest of the market. So you really just want to track Bitcoin right now, and you want to be easy on the alts. Like, I'm also, like, without even knowing it, I'm teaching you where to focus. Where to focus is how to become successful. Nobody like really focuses their mind. No, think about it. Close your mind. I'm going to do a really easy thing for you. What is success to you? Like, what is success to anybody? Let me pause the music. Like, what is success? Being a successful person. I'm a person here. Sorry, hold on. No, this is really interesting because I'm a person sitting here, and I have my brain. I'm thinking, right? That's my brain inside my head, right? Here's my eyes, my nose. Not the best, right? I'm smiling. I'm like, hey, I want to walk over to Success Land. All right? I want to make $1 million a year. I want to have whatever I like. I want to help my family and friends. How do I get from regular life to success life? You know? From one, we could call it A to B, right? A to B. Well, it starts with believing that you can get there, right? So people think this is like the imaginary world of success, which does live in your head, and they think all day and they daydream. Oh, I'm going to start a business. I'm going to do all these things. And like all these thoughts float in their head, right? But there's no focus on those thoughts. You know what I mean? So you have to look at your life similar to two different people. Let's say they're on a survival show and they put one guy there, right? And they put another guy. We have guy A right here. And we have guy B right over there, okay? Now, guy A, he gets there, and he has like 4 or 5 thoughts. He's like, should I make a shelter out of wood, shelter out of this, shelter out of... And he sees a tree. He's like, I'm going to do it with those trees with some rocks. And he goes and he starts building the shelter. You know, this guy has like 5, 7 different thoughts, and like he doesn't focus. And like it takes him 4 or 5 days to figure out like really what he wants to do. And the whole time he's just like in a half cave with like crabs that can come in and out, and it's not the best for him. So like this man basically was more successful. Why? Because he had more focus than this man. You know what I mean? And you could take that in anything in life. So like you could take anything in life and ask yourself why you're not where you want to be. And you're like, well, do 4 nights out of the week do I go out and drink with these same people? Be like, yep, okay. Be like, all right. Who are my 5 friends that stay around me, the people I know? So the 5 closest people around me, are they millionaires? Are the 5 closest people around me multi-millionaires? You know what I mean? The people that, am I going to go to, who am I hanging out with tomorrow? And I'm not saying, don't say, oh, I just only hang out with rich people. Like, yeah, family, friends, people you love, but like people that you want to do damage in life with, people that you want to like make moves with, you know? They should be millionaires. Like, if you're 39, you're hanging out with a guy that's 55 and he's like somewhat of a friend / mentor, like, person should be somewhat successful, in my opinion, you know what I mean? Like, you should be grabbing information from people that know more than you. And if you can't access those people, then you need to figure out a way to re-represent yourself. Maybe in how you dress, maybe in how you talk. Maybe you swear a lot. You know, I used to use a lot of profanity. I do not anymore. I find it like very belittling for me, and I know I shouldn't do it. So again, I just wanted to break down some just regular ideas, because everyone wants to be successful. Like, I think that's what everyone wants in life at the end of the day. And at the end of the day, it's simple. It's focus. But it's focus in so many areas. First thing you have to do is focus your mind and ask yourself, what do you really want out of life? Until you know that, the universe cannot respond and help you. And this is the secret. This is a lot of stuff. You know, once you're like, okay, I really want this. I want it. Like, I figured I really wanted to be a crypto analyst. Like, I knew, like, at one point, something I was like, I want to be on YouTube. I want to do crypto analyst. Like, I didn't really know where that was going to, take me, but I knew that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to live stream Bitcoin. And that was, so that once, and thank God, once you have an idea, you're like, okay, I can focus now. And once you focus, the universe can now bring you 1,000 subscribers, 2,000 subscribers. And then you can get there. But if you don't focus, like the universe and the information and the energies around you, they cannot help you. They cannot help you focus. Only you can start. So everything starts from any successful person found something to focus on and did it till they were the better at it than everybody else. It's all about focus over and over and over and over and over again. You know what I mean? And it's funny that we lose people on the live stream when I go over this stuff, but this is like keys to being successful at anything in life. And it seems like I'm just simply preaching, but I'm not. I'm giving you the keys to life. And then some people are like, well, I have trouble focusing, or I can't do that, or I drink, or I like to do that. And I'm like, well, then drink lemon water and begin to work out, because those two things will change the way you think. And you won't be, you'll be hydrating yourself, number one, so your body should be better. And then when you work out, you're creating positive endorphins that change your life. So just be on the lookout for stuff like that. You know what I mean? And whatever that's getting in the way of your focus, remove it from your life. Once you have focus, it's easier to remove things that are taking it away. When you have no focus, you have no idea what's taking away anything, and you're just going to go with the flow. Focus is like having an anchor for a boat, right? The boat becomes anchored, you can feel the current. You can understand which way the water's going. If you have no anchor and you're just whatever, then you really don't know what's taking you away or not away. You know what I mean? So important that you begin to teach your brain how to, and not just like stare at a video game for an hour. You know what I mean? I can focus, like to really focus on the long term, like to be able to have a plan that starts a year from now and a year from then achieve that goal. Be like, this is my goal from a year. Here I am now. This is my goal from here. Here I am now. You know what I mean? Like my goal is 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. We're going to go until we get there. It doesn't matter how long it takes. We're going to just continue to grind until we get there. You know what I mean? I'm not going to take a day off until I get that plaque. You know what I mean? Until I see that $100,000, you got $100,000. Like I'm just going to work and work and work until we get there. That's it. That's it. You know what I mean? Then, the next goal is the million, and we just keep going. Like that's the overall goal that drives me every day in my mind, that we can grow this channel and we can change the world. And then I want to make $10 billion and give away 9. And I'm like, these are big goals. And I'm like, to achieve them, I can't take my foot off the pedal. I can't sit around and be like, I'll take a couple days here and a couple days there, because I need every single day to compound that momentum. I need every single day to get to these bigger goals, these big dreams, these big accomplishments. I want to get there. I want to say I really did these things. I know we can do them. 20 years from now, I want to watch this video of myself doing this and be like, yo, we really did it. We really changed the world, Or we died trying at least. You know what I mean? So shout out to all the lifers. I love you. I just wanted to go in, Let's talk about Hero and UFO, and then I'm out of here for the night. Appreciate each and every one of you for jumping on into the live. All right. Hero's at the bottom of its barrel. All right. These coins have been crushed. They may never come back. VC crushed. Remember when we talked about DCAing, or when we wanted to get in? I kept waiting. I don't want to get in yet. I want to get in yet. Wow. Hero, really. I haven't looked at it in a long time. Meta Hero. Who would have thought this thing would tank all the way to below a penny and more? And actually, someone asked me about it recently. I remember, and I was like, man, that thing looks like it's going to tank even more. I remember being like, I don't know, man. That thing looks like bad news bears. And look at it. Could be a dead project for all we know at this point. You know what I mean? I'd stay away. At this point, you start setting up support and resistance areas. If you truly believe in this and you love the project, then you DCA into it. But again, that's completely up to you. I don't believe in it, and I don't think it's awesome. And honestly, that's gross. At this point, all you can do is just continuously make bear flags. Just like if this was pumping to the upside, you can, it's flagging, and that thing just wants to continue to dump until it doesn't. I'd be super careful about that. That's garbage. I can't believe it turned into complete garbage. That's crazy, because I believe that project was going to be cool, and you're going to be in this thing. Who knows? Did they make it all up? Are they ever going to really do what they say they're going to do? You know what I mean? It's kind of sad. So I would just project a flag, and this thing's likely to probably dump even more. So I don't see who's saving it. It's not me. Is it you? So I don't know. I'd stay away. That's nuts. Again, do whatever makes you happy. Okay, let's take a look at UFO. What about my precious Monero XMR right now? You really want to know Monero? Nobody's trading Monero. Nobody. All right. It's going to follow Bitcoin very, very closely. All right. Someone asked me about it recently. We put it out. It had a little bit of a pump. Came back down. So it had a little pump. So be it, you know. I love Monero. Trust me. Trust me. I bought it when it was, 50, 60. I've been buying Monero on and off. But at one point, I just was like, it's robust. It's got a good team. It's a good project. But Monero, like, I don't know, man. It's just, Monero doesn't do it for me over here. You know what I'm saying? Monero. Crypto, man, crypto's crazy. I just think of all the wallets, oh man, just insane. Crypto some days will just drive you nuts. It's funny, man. Daily overbought. 4 hour push it to the upside here. 1 hour cooked. I mean, following Bitcoin to a T, man. Whatever Bitcoin does, this thing will do. You know? This flag, to me, that's like a bear flag. I see some more downside for this, personally. Daily's overbought. I don't know. I don't have the passion for the Monero right now. It's just... It's going to follow. If Bitcoin pumps, it pumps. Like, if the thing follows Bitcoin so closely, it's Monero, man. It's an old school coin. You know what I mean? So look at something a lot funner to look at. UFO gaming. That's got my radar. Let's talk about UFO. All right. So UFO, look at it. Looking pretty sweet with a giant cup and heady, Sammy cup and heady to the upside on the daily time frame. Last time I saw something like that, it was unbelievable. It was 1975. I just walked out of the bar. No. Tender. The tender bar. The bartender. The tender bar. Funny. Okay, so the 4 hour looks like it wants to push to the upside for UFO. And it's getting tight in that channel. Broke out again, got tight. It's tight. You know, it's in a bit of a symmetrical triangle, okay, right off the bat. All right. Take a look at our daily, and our daily is very oversold. However, just like Bitcoin, and Bitcoin gets rejected, the whole market kind of takes dumps when that happens. So be careful, all right? Even if this looks amazing, altcoins could look great. Bitcoin could ruin the show, all right? 1 hour right now looks absolutely beautiful for a move, though. So possible scalp for UFO on the 1 hour, and you've got the beginnings of a inverted head and shoulder, all right? See that? So it's just on my radar there for that reason. Okay. So possible inverted head and shoulder, possible move here on the 1 hour time frame. But again, like sketchy business for Bitcoin has me calling all trades high risk tonight and just being easy on them until we get a more better cue on BTC. Let's take a look at Ethereum. And this will be the last one of the night, everybody. All right. As we're hitting 10:16, all right, live stream's getting a little past time here. We always go overtime over it. So look, I mean, ETH is in a symmetrical triangle too, in my humble opinion, that broke out, broke back in. Like everything's following Bitcoin. If you can see, you know, ETH might get a little more stake happy because of the, proof of stake going on. But to me, look, it broke out of this falling wedge. Still here, you know what I mean? If it's overbought on the 1 hour time frame. 4 hour wants to give you some moves, so it's all about this 4 hour. But again, it's probably like overbought on the daily, like, and the 22 hour. Just like Bitcoin, man, it's rolling over. It couldn't get above the zone, like if ETH, and so like just like Bitcoin, you say like if the daily candle can't close above 1650, 1650, forget it for now. Like it doesn't look at It's more likely we make this dump to the downside, in my humble opinion, than anything else. Despite the 4 hour being oversold the way it is, the bigger time frames can push on it, and it could go into la-la land. So just be careful. It's all about these support and resistance levels, and you keep making a lower one. So I don't know why anyone's like pushing these bullish thoughts. anything is possible. So I don't want to be the bearer of the bearishness of all this all the time. But, you know. So Ethereum likely to dump, in my humble opinion, just like Bitcoin. Like if I'm bearish on Bitcoin, I'm bearish on Ethereum. Simple as that. You know, staking or no staking, Bitcoin's going to take ETH down. All right. So look, it's trying to double bottom here now on like the 5-minute chart. See this like wacky moves though. Definitely was a bearish retest. And look, that's definitely a shoulder head. And now it did make that right shoulder. Now it has resistance at 19,008. It's going to try to creep back up. That 1 hour is very overbought now. I'll freestyle one last time and then I'm out of here for the night. Freestyle means when I just look at the chart clean, get my last look at it. So I look at it on like the daily, right off the bat. And see, everything's in the same cup and handle Bitcoin's in. You know what I mean? So everyone's asking me like, well, how is this coin? What is this coin? And you're like, and the coin has this exact falling wedge, and you're like, well, if Bitcoin dumps, this thing's dumping. Bitcoin can hold support, it can hold support. Like daily's overbought and curving on you. Like, to me, it already broke down. It's beginning to dump, you know? So 4 hour could just stay down here and just nasty dump. That's what happened here. Nasty dump. So just be careful. I don't know what they told you in school, you know? And then you got a 1 hour that's also wants to dump on you. Like, I see no signs of bullishness at the present moment for Bitcoin. This pattern is so ugly. If anything, I believe you're bearishly retesting the bottom of this pattern right now. See that? If I had to make a judgment call on my years of trading, that's a bearish retest of this pattern. And it wants to dump to the downside. And honestly, if you look at it, this is what you got going. You have a bearish rectangle with a measured move here to the downside. And again, it doesn't take away from the idea that, remember, I kept drawing this idea here too. It's so like descending triangle, like in my humble opinion, which is also very bearish. And that gives me a measured move of 19,000. So I'm sticking to highly likely that Bitcoin makes a dump to the downside tonight and begins to dump. Again, because we're not closing candles above 20K anymore. So it's likely we dump. But again, anything is possible. Take it one day at a time. You don't have to open up a short or a long. If I had to do anything, I would be short. Everybody, thank you so much for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications so you can find out when I post my next video. Remember, if you came to the channel, then I hope, you know, we all believe in that you're already, you're already doing the right thing. Thank you so much for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Jump on into the Twitter poll. Let's take a look at the Twitter poll. Let's see what y'all said here on Twitter. Let's jump on into the Twitter poll. What did y'all say on Twitter? Wow, a lot of people responded. Let's take a look here. We got 30 responses here. Let's talk about it. If you only had to buy Ether or Matic, if you only had to buy either Matic or ADA, which one would it be? Split the bag, accumulate both, guaranteed. You can't say that. So I'm going to like that, but you can't do that. I love ADA, and I'm excited to see its performance. So 1 for Cardano. But Matic is doing pretty well, too. He didn't say either. Another flip-flopper. All right, I'm just ADA long-term potential. Matic is sidechain. It's going to move behind ETH. ADA, I'll stick with layer 1. So first person to actually give a real move. ADA. All right. ADA number 2. Okay. Let me go back to the screen here. You guys want to see the screen. It's fun to see the screen, right? Like, ADA, no question. ADA without a doubt. ADA, I'll stick with layer 1. So we have 3 for ADA now. 1 for Matic, 3-1. Matic, all right, 3-2. 4-2 now on Cardano. 5-2 on Cardano. 6-2 on Cardano. 6-3. 6-4. 6-5. 7-5. 8-5. 9-5. 10-5. Right? 10-6. 11-6. 12-6. 13-6. 14-6. 15-6. Algo, this guy, I like it. 17-6. 17-7. 18-7. 19. It looks like Cardano 20. Like, You know, look at that. I mean, it was 20 to 7 on the 30. We got 30 responses. You people are amazing. That's how Twitter moves, man. I appreciate that so much. Follow me on Twitter. I'd greatly appreciate it. Look, we put that out at 9:33 p.m. Everything we do is on the 33. That was fun, everybody. We're going to do more of this. Thank you for interacting with me on Twitter today. That was really fun. Had no idea so much of you were on Twitter, so I appreciate that. That was a really good idea. That helped the Twitter algo move. A lot of retweets, a lot of action there. Thank you so much for answering the tweet and having fun with us on the channel and interacting with us on Twitter. That's really fun. We're going to do more of this. We're going to have fun doing this. And we're also streaming on Twitter. So you never know where you might find me on the internet. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Thank you for jumping on in. I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance. I love that. I love that. Join the trading group. Oh, one last thing. I might as well plug the trading group. Join the trading group right here behind me. Bear market special. Pay in crypto for 2 years. 2 months free plus the beginner's course for $1,000. Telling you right now. And you can pay in PayPal. Email cryptolifers@gmail. We had more people do this last week than ever, man. Everyone is jumping on in, getting the deal because the halving is less than 2 years away. And we're going to teach you so much about cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, and get you educated about long-term charts, big ideas, stochastics, RSI, and more. Bear market special, baby. Everyone have a great night. I love it that you came here. Thank you for the super chats. Thank you for the love. And I'll see you all tomorrow, bright and early for that update. You know I do it in the morning, so look for that update. And then I'll see you all tomorrow later on for Bitcoin in the weekly candle club.